What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of First Eps. This week we've got a very special episode. We didn't watch a new show this week. There was really nothing to watch. So we're going to talk about the biggest, the most anticipated shows to come out in 2022.
That's right. He made me watch 45 trailers, which actually was about the length of a normal show. So let's talk about them.
Let's do it. My name's Eric.
I'm Keith.
And this is First Eps. All right, we're back. I'm super excited about this show. Our little look ahead to 2022. What's coming?
Yeah.
There really wasn't anything to watch this week. I was looking and I was like, I almost made you watch a show called Hype House, which is like a real world style reality show on Netflix, but with all like influencers and Twitch streamers. It looked awful. I'm so glad we didn't watch it.
Do you think it would have been as painful as some of the Hallmark movie number one? Or more or less on par, or apples to oranges. We can't.
It'll be tough to compare, but
yeah.
I watched the trailer just to see if it was like if we could bear it, and it looked terrible. So
probably even worse, right? Because if you couldn't even get to the trailer,
you
made it through 2 hours of that Hallmark movie. Yeah.
And then I had a brilliant idea. I said, "There's a lot of new television shows coming out this year.
Yeah.
A lot we have trailers for. Let's look at the trailers, see what looks good, and talk about the shows."
Yeah, it was a good idea.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I didn't know most of them coming out. So
we've got over 20 shows to talk about that are on my short list of shows. Now, these are all brand new series. I'm not talking about like the return of shows like, Ozark and The Boys and stuff like that is all coming back.
Sure.
But we're not going to talk about those. I just want to talk about the new shows that we may or may not watch as a future episode of First Eps.
But we'll watch some of them, right? Because I want to watch some of them.
Absolutely. Okay. And we're going to talk about that as we talk about the shows, whether or not, you'd think you would like to watch it.
Give a preliminary binge.
Yeah, exactly. Or like, let's just do like how excited we are.
Okay, on the Bobby Cannavale scale.
Yeah, exactly. The Cannavale scale is getting a little top heavy, but we'll work on it. All right, first show I want to talk about, Peacemaker.
Okay, all right.
So we watched this trailer. Now you're not familiar. You had not seen the Suicide Squad movie. This is the John Cena superhero movie.
Yes.
What did you think of the trailer? It was very violent, very vulgar.
Terrible hat he was wearing.
Oh yeah,
the armor hat.
The helmet.
Was awful.
Yeah.
So is that a thing that he wore? Is this based on a character that you know from
the
DC?
comics? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not that I know, I guess. I never was really familiar with this character, but I've seen pictures and the likeness is,
and it looks similar.
Very,
And was it like from the 80s or 90s? Because that's the vibe that helmet
I think so.
had.
I think it was from like the 90s.
Got it.
Is my guess.
So it's cool. They hit it. Yep.
Yeah. So this is James Gunn. He did Suicide Squad movie, so now he's doing a TV show, a spin-off based on John Cena's character, Peacemaker. Now this is a prequel to the movie. It's going to be on HBO Max, 8 episodes.
Okay.
And it starts January 13th, so real soon.
Yep.
What was your takeaway from this one?
It looked good. It looked fun. It had the girl from Orange is the New Black.
Yes.
One of the women from there. Don't know her name, but I did like her.
Yeah, the cast looks fun. Mm-hmm. He's got a bunch of people. It looks interesting. It looks funny. It looks violent. It looks vulgar. I loved the movie, so I'm super excited for this one.
Yeah. I would watch it totally.
You should definitely watch the movie.
Yeah. All right.
I think you would like the movie. It's really silly, and it's a good superhero flick.
Yeah. It wasn't anything stopping me. I just didn't get the chance.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it let's just do a 1 to 10 scale. What's your hype scale on this one?
I mean, I'm not hyped about it. 5.
I'm at an 8, baby.
Wow.
Yeah, we're starting strong.
That's Bobby Cannavale.
Yeah, we're right there.
Yeah.
This is the Bobby Cannavale of TV shows.
Yeah, all right.
Next up, let's talk about Archive 81.
Ooh, just by the name alone, 10.
So this was the trailer. The kid is hired to... There's VHS tapes, and he's got to restore these tapes.
Yes.
And as he's going through them, like,
he's in some weird brutalist house
happens.
where he's like by himself, isolated. Yeah.
Some weird, dirty like office. I'm like, first of all, put you in like a window room or something.
Yeah.
This stuff is creepy.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is gonna be on Netflix. This is based on a podcast.
Okay.
Of the same name, I believe. Archive 81.
Maybe that'll happen to us one of these days.
Right?
Yeah, like a show about us making our show, like a
Yeah.
Seinfeld, but for us doing First Eps.
Yeah. It would be on like Lifetime or something.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know. It would be on like HGT. It's some terrible channel that we don't want to be on. True TV.
Oh, Discovery Plus maybe.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
We'll pitch it. We'll pitch it. But yeah, this is like, it's a supernatural thriller.
Yep.
It looked pretty scary.
Yep.
It's part like found footage from the tapes.
Which you like. You like that.
I do like that. I'm a sucker for some found footage. And then it's part like he kind of gets like, looks like he gets like sucked into these worlds or something.
Yeah.
But James Wan is producing it. He's like a very, renowned horror director. He did Conjuring.
Oh, yeah.
Sinister and that sort of thing.
Nice.
So anything with his name attached to it, I'm in. So
yeah, like Eli Roth was for D+, which you weren't so happy about after we saw it. But let's hope this is going to turn out to be better.
Exactly. Yeah, this comes out soon too. I didn't write the date down. I'm already,
it doesn't matter.
Slipping.
We are so excited about it. It's going to be on our radar, and yes,
Exactly.
that looks like a good one to watch.
All right, another one we checked out the trailer for, Astrid and Lily Save the World. This is, it's going to be on Sci-Fi, so it's not really like a streaming show. I don't know if we'll watch it even based on that. But it's like a Buffy. It was basically Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They open like a portal. They're in high school. They make references to Buffy. The guy's like, I'm your Giles.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like they're all just like average people.
Yeah. That's fine. I mean, that's the thing. They're a little heavier, and they're kind of being made fun of, and then they go on and they just dance it out to, I think, forget about their troubles, and they conjure up someone.
Some sort of, they open a portal to a monster dimension, and now they have to stop the monsters.
Yep. It looked fine.
So it looked, for my hype scale on this one, 3.
3 for me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what was the hype for Area 81?
Oh, Archive 81?
Yeah.
I'm at like a 7.
I'm going to go for 7 also with that one. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Next up, the woman in the house across the street from the girl in the window. Quite a mouthful on that one.
Yeah, I'm impressed that you...
Now, if we watch that series, I have no idea. That's going to take up the entire line of the subject line for this video. So we may have to not watch that just because of that.
For, practical purposes.
But, so this comes out January 28th on Netflix. It's
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell, and it's a parody, kind of satire, I guess, of like these movies. Specifically, like there was a book then made into a movie called The Woman in the Window with Amy Adams was the character in that, or the actor in that. And it's like she is a drunk and she takes pills and she sees a murder and she doesn't know like if like what she saw was real. And that's literally the exact same thing that happened in this trailer. So
wait, that's I thought you were describing the trailer.
Right.
That's that book for that.
Amy
Adams.
Yes.
Oh.
So I was like, right away, I'm like, okay, they can't be doing this because it's completely just ripped off from that.
Okay.
So, and then as you see more of the trailer, it's kind of a little more tongue-in-cheek and like more of a dark comedy, I guess.
Yeah, I would say.
So, interested to see where they go with that. It didn't come across like full-on comedy.
No, it came across as like a dark...
Yeah. Like you would think based on the
drama.
title of this alone that it would be like just like one of those silly comedies.
Yeah, exactly.
Like what were those horror ones that they used to do?
Yeah, exactly. I know what you're talking about. In fact, I just saw one the other day and it did not hold up.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish.
With the Winen brothers. Wait, were they in that one? Winen brothers?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The Winans.
The Winans.
Yeah. Anyway, scary movie, evil movie.
What's your hype scale on this bad boy?
I don't know. 2.
Wow. Lower than Astrid and Lily even.
Yeah.
You don't like these sort of things. Like I'm a sucker for these mysteries.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
I like those. So I'm at a 5 on this one.
Okay, that's fair.
Kristen, it would have been a 4 without Kristen Bell. Love her.
Well, without Kristen Bell, but it probably would have been a 0.
Yeah, she's the saving grace in this one.
She is. 'Cause I like her. Yeah.
All right. Next up, The After Party.
Okay.
This is the one. It's gonna be on Apple TV, January 28th. 8 episodes. This is the one where like it's there's a murder at like a high school reunion, and it's got that great cast: Dave Franco, Tiffany Haddish, Ilana Glazer, Ben Schwartz.
This one looked funny. This one looked good. Yeah.
It's written and directed by Christopher Miller. He did like the Lego movies. He always works with Phil Lord and Spider-Man Into the Multiverse or whatever that thing's called. Okay. And then 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street, those movies. Like he's great. Anything his name's attached to, I'm usually like hyped about.
Okay.
And then this one, the way that it's done, so it's each episode is from a different character's perspective.
Oh,
so it's all about like the murder happens, and then like the police are like, I don't know if they're interrogating or whatever, and each episode is from a different character's take. So it's all like, you know how like everybody tells a different story.
Yeah. If you watch all the different sides, you might actually know what's happening. Yeah. Or who did it or whatever.
So
cool.
I think that's a really, really cool premise, and the cast is amazing. It looks great. Super funny.
Yeah.
This one is one of my most hyped. I'm like at a 9 on this bad boy.
It reminded me of like a modern day Scream. Speaking of scary movie, right? Did you see that too in a weird way? I don't know. Tiffany Haddish had like the vibe of Courtney Cox's character in some weird way, although she wasn't I don't know. There's just something about it that she was one in charge. People went to her. It was cool.
Yeah, I think so. She was like like Dewey. Remember?
That's right.
David Arquette.
He wasn't all that good though, but yeah. That's right, Dewey.
But yeah, this is probably the one I'm most excited for, and I can almost guarantee we'll be watching this.
I'm fine with that. That sounds great. Yeah. 100% into it.
Next up, The Legend of Vox Machina. This one also comes out January 28th on Prime. What's funny, the woman in the one prior, the Kristen Bell one, also comes out January 28th. It's a big night for a new TV series.
Okay, great.
But yeah, this one is on Prime. It's an animated series, and what it is, I thought the premise of it was the coolest thing. So it's the premise is in 2015, a group of voice actors started playing Dungeons and Dragons, and they recorded the whole thing.
Right. Okay.
And with the intention of doing something with it. And now, finally, 7 years later, this is coming about.
Yeah.
And their D&D game has been, it's called Critical Role. It was the thing. You can find it out there.
Another podcast.
Places. Yeah.
Which I actually might have listened to a couple of times.
Oh, really?
I may have.
They were like right on the leading podcast in like tabletop audio. Because now there's tons of them.
Right. I remember finding one years ago and liking it for like 3 or 4 rounds, and it was funny. So it might have been this one. But then, like everything else, I think once you catch up to it, you don't really listen anymore, and I forgot.
Yeah, so basically they just animated their Dungeons and Dragons game, and it looks good.
Yeah.
There's no trailer out for it. We were only able to kind of watch just like a little clip.
Yeah.
Not a context. It was strange.
Yeah.
Because it was funny, but it was also just like an anime thing. It was like I didn't know where we were supposed to go with it.
Happening.
But
but then you described it, and it did look interesting to me too.
Yeah, because the characters are like going back and forth on how to get through like a door. So each one's like, what if and then you see how it is just the dialogue at the tabletop game.
Yep.
You know, like, well, let me throw a wand out there, and like everyone's just kind of throwing
the wand is, they show it's kind of cool because we've played D&D together, and it would be really neat to see how. What we're envisioning, how it comes across, or what we're doing comes across.
We could have did this. We could have animated this.
We had some really great competition, or great expeditions.
If we had any skills, any artistic skills, we could have been somebody.
We should have recorded it. Who knew, too?
I know. We're always second fiddle to these.
Second fiddle.
Now.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Pam and Tommy. So, Pam and Tommy, this is Pam Anderson, Tommy Lee, the power couple.
Yeah.
They were big when we were, this was in the mid 90s, late 90s, and they were
in our prime.
Yes.
Yeah. Or maybe approaching our prime. She was in her prime.
Yeah. So they made a series about this. It's going to be on Hulu. It comes out February 2nd. It's going to be 8 episodes. And when it was first described to me, I'm like, I don't care. I don't care to watch this. Like, I lived through it. I don't, Tommy Lee's like a scumbag.
Yeah.
But then I saw the trailer. It's got Lily James and Sebastian Stan as Pam and Tommy Lee, and they look amazing. They look like ringers. Like
they do look very similar.
They did such a great job.
Yeah.
And then even then, I was like, I don't know, because it's about like them and the scandal of the sex tape and stuff like that being released. And then I saw more, and I saw that Seth Rogen is the guy who comes across the tape and steals it.
Okay, of
and
course.
then Nick Offerman is like the guy who produces, like, who puts out the porn out there. And I was like, Seth Rogen and Nick Offerman in this? All right, I'm in.
Yeah.
So, and initially I thought it was going to be one of those, like, Ryan Murphy things, you know, like how he does.
Oh, it would have been perfect for him, actually.
Like, he always does that, like.
Missed opportunity on Ryan's part, yeah.
And but I was glad that it wasn't, because I'm sick of his stuff.
Okay, all right.
So this hopefully has a different take on it. With Seth Rogen and Nick Offerman, I'm assuming it's going to be more comedic. But yeah, I'm excited about this one. You know, initially, like, I was at like a 3. Okay. I'm at maybe like a 7 on this.
Wow. Yeah. So a 7 for Tom and Pammy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to give it a 4. Yeah. But I have to tell you, I did find it more intriguing when you made us watch it, because I was like, okay, you can kind of see how there's a short clip of Pam getting like her makeup done, and she finds out that it got released, and you kind of see like the rage in her eyes, and you're like, okay, I'm seeing how this kind of this like slow build up from, you know, being violated to like possibly wanting to victimize someone else, and this intrigue, and so I was okay.
And that stuff's fun too, because like the stuff that we lived through that is now being turned into these shows. Like, did you see I, Tonya? About like Tonya Harding?
No.
I didn't think I would like that, because I was like, all right, I sat through that. It was on the news like all the time, and the movie was great because, like, same thing as you seeing, you know, the Pam's reaction or whatever. It was really cool seeing the reactions of the characters that it, like, played out that you don't get to see in the news and stuff.
Yeah, like Allison Janney as her mom.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, I see. Yes. I know that. I'm cool with it.
You are cool with it. All right, next up, let's talk about Inventing Anna. This is a Netflix show. Now, this is the one about that Anna Delvey. She was the
oh, wait.
She posed as a German heiress.
To, she's the one from New York.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. And she scammed a bunch of people out of.
I gave her $4,000 when I lived there.
Exactly. So, there was like a New York Magazine article that like broke the story about her being like a con artist or whatever.
Yep.
And now a show was created, and it was created by Shonda Rhimes.
Of course.
You know, so this is her first Netflix series that she's like created. And she did Bridgerton, but you know that was based on, you know, a book or whatever. She didn't write it. So this one she created. It's got Julia Garner as that Anna Delvey, and then Anna Klumsky and Laverne Cox also in it. So good cast. The story, I guess, is good. The trailer didn't like really bring me in at all.
Yeah, I mean,
so
it seemed like it could have been a movie, not a TV show. Well, yeah,
we'll see. Like this one, maybe we'll, you know, I don't know. Maybe we'll check out the first step for this one and see how it goes.
I mean, Shonda has like that way that she seems to know what people want. So
exactly,
I'm interested to see what she's done.
Shondaland, dude. Got it. I'm always.
You know, they have a historian.
Shondaland?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would hope so if they're doing historical shows.
I know. Talk about a dream job.
That could be your job. You work with Shonda Rhimes.
Yeah.
She's yelling at you all the time.
I'm sorry, Shonda. I thought I got that stat correct.
I hear she's pretty intense.
Well, if she can pay me 6 figures, I'm fine with it.
There you go.
Yeah,
it's worth it. All right, let's move on to Severance. Now, this one, it's a cool premise. So we didn't watch the trailer for this one.
Yeah.
This is going to be an Apple TV series, but this is about, it's kind of like a Black Mirror episode. It's like a thriller, but in it, these people that work at this job have the ability to have this procedure done where they could sever their work memories and their non-work memories. So basically, after they're done working, they shut it. They just go home. They work during 9 to 5.
Okay.
After that, go home and live their life. Don't think about work. Don't do any work. So I don't know what the other parts of it are going to be.
Okay.
It looks like dark. But very cool premise. Great cast. It's got Adam Scott, Patricia Arquette, John Turturro, and Christopher Walken, and it's directed by Ben Stiller. So great, group of people. You're not a Ben Stiller fan?
I mean,
he's not acting in it though. So
his hand is still
it's
touching
saving
it.
grace.
Yeah, maybe we'll see.
Yeah, so this is gonna be February 18th. This one, I'm at a 5 on the hype scale on this one.
Yeah,
I want to see what it does, what the premise is. What? It's already like, I don't know. Like, okay, you could just,
Isn't Christopher Walken retired by now? Why is he working still?
Because he's everybody wants him.
Wasn't he the one in Body of Evidence with Madonna, like back in the day? And
Probably. He's like, very old.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's like, I'm Christopher Walken. That's his impression.
Yes,
my impression.
That was good. Ooh.
Yeah, it was like
just shudders on my spine.
Yes.
Yeah. Whew. All right. I mean, maybe he could be someone's dad or something, or the scientist who invented this.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I'm sure he's not like the leading man of this one. Who knows?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm surprised that he's still working because I think he's got released in his 70s.
Yes. Old people can act too, dude.
They can act. They can work. They can do whatever they want to.
Sometimes they do the best acting.
I'm not saying they're not good actors. I can tell you he's not a good actor though. Ben Stiller.
He's not very old yet.
No, he's not. He's not. We got a couple more good years with him.
All right.
I'm gonna give that one a 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shining Veil. This one there's no trailer for this one out either, but this is a horror comedy.
Yeah.
And I think this one is right up your alley.
Yeah.
This is a family moves from the city to a cursed house in a small town.
Ooh, just like my life.
Courtney Cox.
Oh, yes.
Mira Sorvino, Greg Kinnear, and Judith Light.
Now, these are some people I love. You know I love a good Judith Light.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes. The idea of it's kind of like... I don't know if it's going to be like more like a sitcom. I have no idea what to expect with this one.
Yeah.
It's on Stars.
Oh, God. It's going to be good.
Premieres March 6th, and it's going to be 8 episodes.
That's a 10 out of 10 for me. A must watch.
All right. Yeah. I'm excited for it. I'm going to say a 6 until I see something. Had there been a trailer to guide me?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more.
Well, when you said that Jay Light is in this, I got to go with it now.
I know.
Yeah.
Yep.
The original boss. We all know that.
Exactly. Bel Air.
Okay. Yep.
This one, right away, you're like, "Ooh, Bel Air! I love it."
Yes. And I'm still confused with this, but go ahead.
Yes. So I showed you what we thought we were playing was the trailer, but it was actually so this is based on a fan made trailer that went viral, and basically what it is, it's the premise of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, just made as a dramatic representation of it.
Right.
So basically, if you know the theme song to the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, he gets in some trouble in the playground, and his auntie and uncle he has to move to Bel Air with them.
Yep. There's no cabbie.
Yeah.
There was no cabbie in the intro.
Yeah, he got one little fight, and his mom got scared.
Exactly.
And she said, "You're moving there."
And it looked amazing. This Bel Air house was a level up, too, from the Bel Air house that we know as a kid. This one had an indoor lap pool in it. Ooh, it was nice.
They should, how they always just had that exterior shot of the house? They should always still include that in this show.
I think that's a great idea. But just make the new interior.
Yes.
That's meta.
Yeah, so it's going to be on Peacock. It's going to be the show after the Super Bowl. So you already know that they think highly of this show.
So it's not going to be funny at all, though? Not dark humor in any way, shape, or form? It didn't seem like it, right?
No. It's going to be like like all the dramatic episodes in it, I'm assuming are going to be like, the reference point for this.
So when Hillary's fiance dies, it's going to be like awful tragic.
They're not laughing.
It's just going to be him bungee jumping to his death. Just showing it to us.
It was so funny.
What's going to happen? Yeah.
So it makes you want to tune in.
Yeah. And is the Carlton dance going to happen?
I don't know. I'm sure they have to have references to these things as Easter eggs, right?
I mean, that's
for the true fans.
That was what Fresh Prince was the fun of it.
Mm-hmm, I know.
We don't want to. I mean, we escaped from the darkness of Philly for the Fresh Prince.
Now we're back into the darkness of Bel Air.
I mean, I do like that. Yeah.
So we'll see. The actual trailer, it's just like a teaser trailer, and it sucks.
Yeah, we didn't
see
much.
Just him underwater.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Sitting on his throne.
I like the sexy
as the
cast
Prince
of
Bel Air.
Right. So I automatically didn't like that as much as what you showed me, which was the movie, which based on the fanfic, which is based on the TV show, which was really confusing.
Yeah. So, I'm at like a 5 on this one. Okay. I was a huge Fresh Prince of Bel Air fan.
Yeah.
One of my favorite sitcoms of all time.
Okay.
So it's sacred ground they're walking on here.
They are.
And
so tread lightly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But Will Smith gave it his thumbs up. We'll see.
He's backing it, right? That's why.
He is.
Yeah, he's making money.
Probably.
Of course he. Yeah.
All right, this one's for you, The Gilded Age.
Oh,
so we watched the trailer for this one. It's set in 1880s New York City. It's done by the Downton Abbey creator Julian Fellows. And it's got Carrie Coon, Christine Baranski, Cynthia Nixon as its main cast.
And we've talked about that. We have a special place for Christine Baranski because she is from Buffalo originally. So I love seeing her on the small screen too, because usually I feel like she's in movies, but I was excited to see her in this.
Yeah, and that's how I feel about Cynthia Nixon.
Well, you're born and bred in
Star
Manhattan.
of Just Go With It or whatever, and... What is this new shitty Sex in the City?
Oh God, what is it?
And then
suddenly they were single.
Which I haven't watched any, but
no, so
I've heard through the grapevine, not great.
Uncomfortable is what I've heard too.
And then also it's got that newly revealed
Chris North
Predators,
right? Chris North, Mr. Big North,
yeah. So, Cynthia Nixon is moving on to greener pastures here in 1800s New York City.
Yes, I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, this one's going to be on HBO Max January 24th. So
I remember we watched this together, and you were like, well, but nothing happened in the trailer.
Nothing happened.
But there was intrigue, discussion. We were trying to figure out who was with who and what was happening behind the scenes. It's all about the upstairs, downstairs, the talking, Are you on the pulse or you're not on the pulse?
2. I give this one a 2 for my hype.
10. So we meet in the middle, and that makes it a 6, right? So that's fine. That's actually higher than I thought. Yeah.
All right, and this your next one. I'm going to say this is going to be a 1 on the hype scale for you. It's called Winning Time. It's the Rise of the Lakers Dynasty. So this is I almost didn't even include this one on the list, but
did you make us watch it? I don't remember watching it.
No, there's no trailer for this. So this is going to be an HBO series. And it's from Adam McKay. He's the guy that did. He's done it so much. He worked behind the scenes on SNL. He did Anchorman, The Big Short. Recently, that Don't Look Up Netflix movie.
Okay. People like that one.
He's had his hand in everything, and it's got a cast of Adrian Brody, John C. Reilly, Jason Segel, Sally Field, and it's about the Lakers in the 70s and 80s. Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Now wait, none of the people you just told me about would be on the Lakers. So
no,
who's playing the Lakers?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Sally Field's out there
she is not.
as Michael Jordan.
Yes. I don't expect her to be on the team, but I always have faith in everything that Adam McKay does, and this seems like I saw one article said it was like the Boogie Nights of basketball.
Okay,
it's like, all right.
Now you like Boogie Nights. I know. I remember you liked that movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Did you like the Lakers? Were they like
No. I don't even really like basketball that much.
All right.
But I do like Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. They got stories to tell.
Sure.
And we're gonna hear them.
I'll listen to it if you want.
I'm a 7 on this one.
I'm a 0.
0? It doesn't even go to 0.
Oh, wait, 1?
Yeah.
1. But that's fine. And that's for Sally Field to see what she's doing. To see those 3-pointers.
All right, now you're back up to a 10 with Lord of the Rings. This is a new series.
Yeah.
Coming out to Prime.
Yeah. We couldn't watch anything with this one either. There's nothing.
No trailer. Yeah. There's just like a still shot of the thing. You'll see it right here. And this is a prequel to The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings movies. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what the story is. I'm not familiar with the books.
Yeah.
Do you know if this is based on written literature?
So there's something called the Silmarillion, and is that what it's based on?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. There's a whole there are 2 ages before the Third Age, which is when we come into it in the movies. So I'm assuming that it's going to be about all the wars and legends that happened before then.
Gotcha.
I'm excited about this. This is great.
It's got to be good. It's cost $500 million, and I'm not even being facetious.
That's crazy.
Is the budget. Jeff Bezos took it out of his spaceship money. And this comes out in September. 8 episodes total.
Yeah.
So very excited.
Yeah, great.
So this one is going to be tough, though, because, the movies, specifically the Lord of the Rings movies, I didn't care too much for the Hobbit movies.
They were fine, whatever.
But it's a high standard. And now you're making this series, it's got to be amazing.
Yeah. I mean, they're throwing too much money at it. How can it not be?
Right? And the cast, huge cast. So, I expect good things, but we'll see come September. Another one that I'm hoping for great things, House of the Dragon.
Yes.
Another prequel from some things that we're very familiar with, very excited about. Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, the little known Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Yes. So this is also a prequel. It's set 300 years before Game of Thrones, the series.
And this is when the Targaryens supposedly came to. I wanted to say Middle Earth, but then it's conflating a couple of Westeros.
Yes,
this is okay. Yeah.
It's all about the Targaryens and their rise or whatever it is.
Super cool. I'm excited about that too.
Game of Thrones back on HBO.
Yep.
We'll see if they could clean up the pile of shit that the other guys left behind. And
I'm starting with a fresh slate for this. I'm excited about it. Yeah.
I kind of I was thinking recently about going in now that I don't have such I have such low standards for the final season of Game of Thrones. Going back in and watching it and seeing it's any better.
Okay.
Not expecting amazing things.
Yeah. Now that you know what's going on, what's happening.
I might enjoy it a little bit more. I thought about that recently.
Yeah, I would do that with you. That'd be fun.
All right, and another series that there are a couple shows coming out of the Star Wars universe.
Okay, yep, that's right.
So ObiWan Kenobi is 10 years after the movie Revenge of the Sith, and this has Ewan McGregor reprising his role as Obi-Wan Kenobi and Hayden Christensen reprising his role as Darth Vader.
Okay,
and and then Star Wars things happen.
All right, yeah.
And you and I are not Star Wars people.
Yeah,
really.
They're fine. I would totally watch this, just because I think it's going to be an important show to watch. I think a lot of people are going to be into it. So reviewing it just to see maybe what two, appreciative people are, but not huge aficionados think of it. I think it's quite valuable. But
now, I've never seen the Revenge of the Sith movie. It was the third one of the thing.
I don't know what I've seen or I haven't seen.
Yeah.
They've been on planes that I travel on, so I've seen a couple, and the guy 3 seats up, I've watched it kind of without sound from his screen. But I'd watch it.
One Star Wars movie that I did like, but it's kind of set it's not in that. It's part of the whole canonical universe, but it's separate from that. And it was Rogue One. Now that was more of a military movie, kind of about them defending this. It did tie in eventually to the Star Wars movies. But the reason I bring that up, there is another series called Andor, and this is a prequel to that. It's a prequel to Rogue One. It's 5 years before that movie, and it follows Cassian Andor, played by Diego Luna.
Okay.
He was in that Rogue One movie.
Yeah, and you like him. I remember you've spoken of him.
Yes. And that movie was great. I'm looking forward to this one. Both of them are going to be on Disney+.
Nice.
The Obi-Wan Kenobi one is 6 episodes. This one is 12 episodes. Okay. So...
Cool.
So if you're a Star Wars fan, it's all happening.
Good things coming up. Yeah.
Yeah. Disney Plus is killing it with their streaming service. Amazing stuff. We've just specifically we've watched Encanto in this house probably a dozen times.
Yep.
Every time they have a new movie out. Now we have a small child.
Yep.
So it wasn't just my wife and I or you and I.
Yeah. Yep.
But I'm so happy to have that service. And another reason I'm happy to have that service is the Marvel series that we have coming in 2022.
Yeah.
First of which, Ms. Marvel. Now this is
New York, Jersey City Marvel.
Yes.
Yeah.
The story of
confused.
Kamala Khan.
Yeah.
She's a Pakistani girl. It's the first Muslim superhero.
First Jersey City superhero too. I'm not sure that's true.
Yeah, I don't know either.
That was what my partner was excited about.
Yeah. But this one, it's very exciting. We got a new character that is already showed that she's involved in one of the Marvel movies coming up. The Marvels, that's with Captain Marvel and stuff in 2023. So this series should have direct implications on that movie on the MCU.
Nice.
So that's gonna be cool already, and that's I really enjoy this character.
A lot of people love her.
Funny. Yeah. And she's a teenager, so it's a different perspective, and her powers are weird. And
so what are her powers? I don't really know her. So
she can
get Miss Marvel.
Yeah, there was a lot of the Marvels.
So help me out with all the Marvels.
So Miss Marvel used to be
wasn't Jean Grey Miss Marvel at one point in time too?
Yeah, so they got away from the Ms. Marvel. I think maybe because it was like,
little derogatory, but reductive for her, right?
Yeah,
because she was just a psych. Okay,
and then like
now it's been reclaimed, obviously.
Captain Marvel.
Okay,
but then like this girl was like a fan of Ms. Marvel,
Captain Marvel.
really, of Captain Marvel.
Got it.
So she became Ms. Marvel. She kind of
Carol Danvers is Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. Yep.
Okay.
And then this Kamala Khan it's because she like her costume is based on Ms. Marvel's old costume with like there's like the lightning bolt. That
Got
comes
it.
out.
Yes. So she's not Carol Danvers. Not a reboot of her. She's her own abilities and powers.
Yeah, she kind of just like it's kind of like an homage to the previous Ms. Marvel. So,
gotcha.
Why she named herself that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
But yeah, and her powers is she embiggens. She kind of like make her body stretchy and big and like
Mr. Fantastic meets that one Native American guy from the Justice League.
Exactly. Yes, that's how they sold the character. So, the other Disney Plus series coming out is She-Hulk.
Oh, I love her.
Yes. This has Tatiana Maslany as Jennifer Walters.
I just say Tatiana Ali. I was excited.
Who's that?
Fresh Prince.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, she's Jennifer Walters, a.k.a. She-Hulk. And it's going to be about her, in the courtroom and out of the courtroom.
Oh, I love that. You had that card, too, right? With her with the green on the courtroom steps in New York City with the briefcase.
Oof. The skirt.
Yeah. And she had like a 6 for strength. I'm like, oh, man, not only does she look sassy and strong, but she's strong.
She's smart. She's a lawyer.
Smart. Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of the full package.
Exactly. So this is also going to have Mark Ruffalo's Hulk as a guest role,
cool.
and then Tim Roth as the Abomination, the big bad thing.
And now both of these seems like they're kind of leading them up to be more full-time characters then too, because She-Hulk and Ms. Marvel haven't really been in any of the MCU movies, have they?
No. This is all introduction, all new characters.
With the thought they may be funneling into something.
Who knows what? Okay. Yeah, what this is.
Cool.
She-Hulk maybe the secret. Not Secret Wars. The Skrulls. She might have a role in that. I'm not certain.
Okay.
But then third Disney Plus Marvel series, Moon Knight.
Oh yeah,
this one I'm excited for. I've always been a fan of the Moon Knight character. He's a very strange character. He's basically like Batman, but with Egyptian gods. Like
I don't know much about him. Also, my partner loves Moon Knight.
Yeah. So he's crazy. He's like a crazy person because he's like got like all these different voices in to do stuff.
Yeah.
But so this is gonna have Oscar Isaac is playing Mark Spector, aka Moon Knight.
Okay.
So it's gonna be amazing. There's been like little video scenes of him training and like doing his like martial arts. Yeah. And it looks awesome. I'm super excited.
So cool. Nice.
So yeah, those are the three that we have new series coming from Marvel Disney Plus.
Those all seem great.
Yeah, no other information about like dates or anything like that, but they keep them coming. So.
You know what I'd love to see? Like a Hellfire Club one. Like with Emma, that would be great. Or just call it Emma. And like, just yeah.
The Hellfire Club one would be amazing. Just like, yeah. That would be a perfect show.
Right? But they'd have to make, maybe not Disney though. That'd have to be like an HBO one.
Yeah.
So they can wear the right outfits.
Exactly. Yeah, they haven't done anything really with any of the X-Men characters in the MCU yet. So I mean, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I think they're starting, they start Avengers obviously, and now they're getting into some of the lesser known ones, but people still got some knowledge of. And then they're probably going to, then they'll probably go back to them again, I would imagine, because it's kind of like they have to like get the X-Men into their universe now, right? Because there was a whole Fox.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think this is the year we see, or at least there's a reference to X-Men characters in the Marvel universe. I'm calling it. I'm calling my shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was this show on Fox called like The Gifted, and that I don't know if they had made mention of Hellfire Club in there or whatnot, but that was good. It was fine. It got canceled, but it was a good representation of like those characters.
All right, cool.
All right, The Witcher: Blood Origin.
Okay,
we watched the trailer for this.
This one looked great.
It looks awesome. So this is a Netflix series, and this is a prequel to The Witcher. This is set 1,200 years before the Netflix series. This is the start of. This is the first Witcher.
Okay, I mean a lot of themes for these new shows coming out. kind of set in the same universe as just prior or before.
Exactly.
Or prior or after.
That's what happens when people just run out of new ideas. There's so, I mean, I'm going to go back and count how many of them are actually based on new intellectual property, or if they're just based on other
on your
shit.
one hand,
But this one does look good. It's the creation of the first Witcher, and then more of a backstory on the Elven civilization and their fall. Okay. So this trailer already had me more hyped than. So we watched the latest season of The Witcher, and I didn't love it. It was kind of boring. It didn't really make. It was all over the place.
Okay.
This one's got like a group of like fighters. It looks like an X-Men set in the Witcher
universe. Exactly. It looked like a team of what you would imagine, like if you were like the D&D world where everybody's kind of doing their part to try to go towards victory. It was cool. Yeah. And what's her name? Michelle Yeoh's in it too?
Yes.
Who's always great.
Yeah, exactly. So another series based on a video game, Halo, is coming this year. This is coming to Paramount Plus. 10 episodes.
Yep.
Don't know much about this one. It's got Pablo Schreiber as Master Chief, and this one has been in. I know that the only thing I know about this one is it's been in like development hell for like so long. I remember when it was announced. In 2015, it was like this big deal. It was going to have Steven Spielberg doing it for like Xbox was going to have like their own like channel and stuff like that, and like all this stuff. Yeah. And then it was just all sorts of stuff happened with like getting new directors and producers and like moving stuff, and then like they had finally filmed it, and then post-production got shut down due to COVID, and it's finally coming. So we'll see if it's still as exciting. I've never played any of the Halo games, so I don't have any like ties to this. Yeah. So my hype is low for this one.
Yeah.
I'm at like
Me
a
too.
4.
Sure, I'll go a 4. I'll go even lower.
But sci-fi like anything like I love Starship Troopers. And this kind of reminds me of Starship Troopers, so...
Is it funny?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
And... we're moving on.
Oh.
We're moving on to another video game TV show, The Last of Us.
Oh, okay.
Did you play The Last of Us?
No.
Yeah, it's so... this looks good. It's okay. It's going to be on HBO. Okay. First of all, right there, it's got to be good.
Got to be better, yep.
And it's co-written by Neil Druckmann, who wrote the game.
Okay.
So it's going to have that same
exact
power,
same dialogue.
I don't know if it's the exact same dialogue.
Because, it was a movie. Like that. It was a movie you played.
It was, basically. Yeah, so now this is just going to be acted out by Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey.
Oh, I love Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
I don't know who Bella Ramsey is.
She was the girl in Game of Thrones with the daughter with the stuff on her face.
One of the sand snakes?
The little girl.
Shireen.
Shireen.
Yeah.
Yes.
So R.I.P.
Yeah. So she's so it's funny because they're both
Game of
Thrones
alert.
people.
Put that on there.
Yeah. And then The Sandman, another one coming to Netflix. This is based on a Neil Gaiman comic.
Right.
This one,
I'm sure you watched it and loved that. I read and loved that one.
Yeah, not all of it. There's a lot of volumes, and I haven't read all of it. But the trailer to this one definitely did the comic good by its interpretation of it. It's got Tom Sturridge as Dream. Basically, they're trying to call death, I believe, through this magic spell, and they get Dream and they lock him away.
I remember this one. Yep.
Yes. Okay. So, and it's got like a ton of, I think Gwendolyn Christie plays.
Oh, yeah, she's great.
Like Lucifer or something in it. Like there's just like a lot of like really great characters and a great cast.
Okay.
It
looks interesting now. Now you've told me this, or you've told me more of what happened. I remember this one.
Yeah, this one I'm very excited for, just because I know Neil Gaiman has had a hand in the creation of this. But this one, another one that was been through, like, they started pitching this in 1991 for some sort of adaptation of it.
Okay.
It was initially supposed to be a movie, and then that kind of fizzled out, and then in 2015 they were going to turn it into a series, and then that fizzled out, and then finally a few years ago they were able to pitch this.
And what is this on again?
For Netflix. So
they had to wait until, honestly, these streaming platforms. It's now they're giving the green light to these kind of different shows now. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
Like, you had to wait until cable. I mean, not really cable even. network TV fell in its face because they were giving us the same old shit over and over again.
Exactly, yeah, like TV procedural cop shows.
Exactly.
That's all they do.
How many failed French reboots can we have?
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
This is what happens.
And it's funny because they must use they have data on all these because they're all existing intellectual properties. Mm-hmm. So they're like, okay, this was popular, let's make a show about it.
Yeah.
That's why it's all this same shit,
Yeah.
But if I was a fan of it, I'm definitely going to check out the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and it even goes the opposite way. I had no knowledge of League of Legends, and Arcane was my favorite show of last year. So, it does work in that you have an idea of what's popular or a backstory to these things, and you can just kind of flesh it out, put it on Netflix, and call it a day.
Exactly. Yeah.
One left to talk about.
Okay.
And this is another. It's not new, but it's not based on a game or anything.
Okay.
This is the Midnight Club. This one we know very little information about. This is coming to Netflix. This is the new Mike Flanagan show. He did Haunting of Hill House and Midnight Mass. So this is based on a Christopher Pike YA novel,
of course,
called The Midnight Club, where it's sick kids in hospital
in Rotterdam.
I guess.
It was the Rotterdam home or something for convalescent children.
I don't know if it's in Rotterdam or if it's just there's a street named Rotterdam Lane and it's just on that street.
Yeah, because I asked if this was in the Netherlands. Yeah. You're why are you asking me that? I have no idea.
But yeah, and then they tell stories. So
is it kind of going to be a more depressing version of Are You Scared of the Dark?
That's my guess, probably.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike Flanagan, he doesn't shy away from the depressing stuff, as we've seen with his last few shows. People are dying left and right. But,
they'll usually have the thing that saves them for me is that they've got that interesting, dark supernatural element to them. Mm-hmm. So, it's not just, a dark home invasion. Or, it's based on a different reality, right? To ours, but it's still very similar to ours, so you can empathize it. But
yeah,
I'm hoping it has some of that in it too, and not just being I don't know. I got in the car and mommy got in an accident.
No, I would never expect that from him.
Okay.
I talked highly of him last episode.
Yeah.
And
okay.
That's why I'm super excited for this. There's not much information, but I had to include it just because of his name being attached to it. He's amazing.
Yeah, okay, great.
He makes you care about these characters that otherwise I probably, if in other people's hands, I probably don't know if I would care about them, I don't know. We won't talk about the Haunting of Hill House or whatever, but every one of those characters, they have their flaws, but you love them.
Yeah,
and,
I would agree.
Yeah.
So you remind me that Mike Flanagan has a tendency, right, to kind of have an ensemble cast, right? Or bring them over. Do you know, is anybody confirmed from Haunting?
No information at all about this one.
Okay.
I would expect, though, just because he has used the same actors in a lot of the work that he's done. So, but I don't know, because the age, from what I'm hearing, is that they're younger, these kids,
Yeah,
so
okay.
I don't know how it's going to work out. Maybe hospital staff. I have no idea.
There were kids in Hill House.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Maybe bring those kids along, sure.
Yeah. Little Luke.
Exactly. Aw.
I know, right? He's probably 8 now, 9 now, so
yeah,
perfect.
I don't want to see him die, though.
No, he's not gonna. They don't die.
Do they die terminally ill
They die for another story. Is that how it ends?
Ooh, I don't know. We'll have to read this Christopher Pike YA novel. That's going to be our new podcast.
Yeah.
Pike on a Bike. We ride an exercise bike and we read Christopher Pike novels to each other as we sweat.
Pike on a bike.
It's a work in progress.
No, I think that's it. That is going to get us onto our own
show.
Yes.
Maybe we could do the after show on Netflix. You know how they do that sometimes?
Yes.
We talk about it. Yes. We just saw episode 1 of the Midnight Club.
That's just on a bike.
Just sweating.
Our headbands on.
I'd be sweating in a minute. It would not work.
Is this going to be recorded? They're recording us too, right? It's not just a vocal or verbal.
Oh, yeah. No, we got to be on there.
Full on.
Yeah.
All right.
So they're going to see my transformation into a skinny Christopher Pike aficionado.
Yeah. 6-pack.
All right. That is the list of big shows coming out in 2022. If there's any that we missed or anything that you're looking forward to, let us know. I tried to just include the ones where we could see a trailer or there's already been hype around it.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to let's count the ones that are new things. Not Peacemaker. Archive 81, Astrid and Lily Save the World, The Woman in the House, The After Party. Is Pam and Tommy? That's already based on something, I guess.
I would give it a Woman in the House too, because you said it kind of seems like it's
yeah, but it's it's a
new
spin.
Yeah, all right.
Inventing Anna is based on that New York Magazine article.
These are all based on real life stories or just
Severance,
variations.
Shining Veil, The Gilded Age.
All right, I'll give that one.
And that's it.
I mean, I would reduce those by 3 because they're just literally ripped from the headlines of the paper.
It's true, but they got to get their. I mean, got to get ideas from somewhere. Those aren't exactly like, hey, let's take the story that's already been created and like, well, I guess it is. This is the story that's already been created. Let's flesh it out a little bit.
Exactly.
Yep.
Shonda.
All right. Shonda. Well, that's it. We'll work on our new ideas for a new series.
Yep.
This is big.
Get that. Yo, next week on that bike, we should start out here and show the people what we're working with.
We'll both fit on the one bike.
I'm right in the front part of it, like back in the day.
Yeah, on the handlebars.
Exactly.
I love it. All right, join us next week for us on a bike. In the meantime, go check out our socials: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. We are First Eps Podcast on all of those. You get updates and fun stuff. Go to our YouTube to watch this show. That's Pop Culture Playground. Also a ton of other stuff on there that's all pop culture related. And if you are watching this on YouTube right now and you're sick of seeing our faces, I don't know how that's possible. You could also listen to the audio version of this podcast available on anywhere you could get your podcasts. But if you do get them from Apple Podcasts or Spotify Podcasts, please do leave us a 5-star review. And that's all I got. You got anything else to add?
Peace.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Too.
I can't wait to watch all of these plus more.